just want to give you a little reminder for those of you that were at this retreat or any of the other retreats that I've been a presenter for the Matthew Hussey retreat. We did a movement with our bands that I called the Halo, and it can be done several different ways. You can stay neutral and just work your arms through their fullest range of motion. For me, I like to take a nice broad stance, and I allow my body weight to be a fluid moving unit with arms and legs. The great thing about your stretch band is if your shoulders are tight, restricted, injuries that you're working around, the band has enough slack in it that you can navigate your arm space without feeling like you need to keep your arms stiff. If you don't have a stretchy cord band, I literally have taken my broom and I unscrewed the end from it, and now I have this pole. So we can use a band. You could even use a towel. Having something to pull against really helps you get around your body. So we've already done plenty in one direction. Let's go ahead and reverse. And you might find that you don't have any trouble getting around in one direction. When I train my clients, a lot of times they end up here, what I call is the halfway point. You're really trying to commit to this full behind the back motion. And it might be that you have to segment your arm to bend and then extend and bend and come around. But either way, just try to find some fluid motion, your feet going into swivel. There's a couple of movements that I like to do right out of the gate when I go in and do my warm-up, and this happens to be one of them. I generally do use a stick unless I'm on the beach, and then I've got my stretchy cord. The next movement is just a nice pole twist. I want to encourage you to work on your 180-degree rotation, right? You could go beyond, it's just not necessary and it almost puts you in a bad place. So if you think about your shoulders, hips, and knee coming into that alignment, it really will help you. I say go, looking out from window to window. If you rotate too far, you'll know it because the stick will leave your shoulder on one side of your body. So it's just trying to get to square. This is a really great warm-up for any golfers, right? What I find that as people get older, well, in general, we all got tight hip flexors. So getting around with that foot into your swivel action is just food for thought, right? So we're going to do about 10 of these, and we'll say that I've already done that. I like to then follow up from pole twist to hold the stretch, and I actually have both feet in an internal rotation. I'll square up and show you. So if I've just come out of the pole twist, right, and I'm on my last repetition, I take my rear foot, I drive that heel to the floor, and you're going to find that it feels a little weird just to hold this line. So you see how square I am to you? When we bend the front leg, it gives a gentle stretch on the hip flexor of the rear leg and also the calf, right? Hold for a few seconds, push out of it, switch feet, right? Most people's alignment would be that their foot on the rear is toes turned out. And what I want you to try to focus on is your pivot and then a heel drive. If you can't get your heel to the floor, then your stance is a little too open. And just try to keep pigeon-toeing that rear foot. Little bend of the knee, pelvic tilt. This is what the stretch ultimately looks like for me. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll see you next time.